and good morning. Thanks for joining us for Battle of the Brains. Our competition welcomes teams from schools all across the Commonwealth of Virginia. Our matchup today features two Richmond schools. Joining us are the Green Dragons of the Maggie Walker Governor School, coached by Hannah Reed and Juanita Laswell. The Maggie Walker Governor School for Government and International Studies is located just west of downtown Richmond. Also joining us today, the Titans of Trinity Episcopal School, coached by Pauline Crowling. Trinity Episcopal is a private liberal arts high school. Its 40-acre campus is located in South Richmond. Our match today will consist of 3 toss-up rounds and a category round. Welcome to both of our teams. Good luck to both of our teams. Hands on your buzzers. Let's start our first toss-up round. Created by Chicago hairstylist Margaret Vinci Helt, this hairstyle has been famously worn by the ladies of the B-52s, Amy Winehouse, Adele, and Marge Simpson. Allie, that is correct. These structures extend from a soma through a fatty layer made by Schwann cells, a layer that has regular gaps called nodes of Ranvier. Anush.
Neurons.
That is incorrect. I need you to give me a little bit more. I will finish the question for Trinity Episcopal. A layer that has regular gaps of nodes called nodes of Ranvier and consists of sheaths of myelin. Name these projections that terminate at synapses near the dendrites of other neurons. I'm looking for axons. What unique type of number is found between the squares of any 2 consecutive integers? Akshata, that is incorrect. Trinity? We were looking for prime numbers. Some historians believe that the French might have won the French and Indian War in America had they been able to make friends with which Northeastern Indian League, whose name means we long? Holland.
The Iroquois Confederacy?
That is correct. This term can refer to a form of cartilage in the pinna of the ear and the eustachian tubes, or to collisions that conserve kinetic energy. Ankit.
Elastic.
That is correct. Ernest Hemingway lived in this American city before he went off to drive ambulances in World War I. Which Midwestern city is home of the Royals and the Chiefs? Colin.
Kansas City.
Correct. Despite its name, this proof method is mathematically rigorous and doesn't depend on the generalization of observations. Its core step is proving that if a statement is true for n, Ankith.
Inductive proof.
That is correct, or induction proof. Despite pollsters' predictions he'd win in the 1948 presidential election, Allie.
Truman.
That is incorrect. I'll finish for Maggie Walker. He was the unsuccessful Republican opponent of Harry Truman. Name him.
Dewey.
That is correct, Anush. Thomas E. Dewey. Meringue is a dessert topping consisted of a baked mixture of stiffly beaten eggs and sugar. Spell meringue. Ankith.
Meringue.
That is correct. Beethoven and J.S. Bach each wrote one in G. Name this dance in 3/4 time whose name is an anagram. Akshata. That is incorrect. It's an anagram of 60 seconds. Trinity Episcopal? Matt?
Minuet.
That is correct. Around 1,000 people were killed near the Narva Gate after Father Jupon led a workers' march toward the Winter Palace of St. Petersburg. Name this 1905 event that shares its name with a 1971 massacre. Colin.
Bloody Sunday.
That is correct. Massacre in Northern Ireland. What character in a 1791 opera by Mozart is given a magical flute? Akshata.
Don Giovanni.
That's incorrect. Trinity Episcopal?
The
The character was Tamino. The opera was The Magical Flute. The British Parliament is made up of the House of Commons and what other? Mitch.
The House of Lords.
That is correct. Less powerful house. The Norwegian explorer Roald Amundsen was the first person to reach the South Pole on December 13, 1911. But it was November 1929 before the first person flew over the South Pole in his plane. Name this famous Virginian. Isabella.
Bird.
That is correct. Admiral Richard E. Byrd. The first of a trilogy, this 21st century novel by Stieg Larsson was originally entitled Man som harar kvinner. Colin.
Oh, the girl with the dragon tattoo?
That is correct. And that buzzer means the end of our first round. Good job, our team so far, but there's a lot more Battle of the Brains yet to come. Up next, we'll meet today's players, and then they'll tackle the category round, so stay with us.
$600 Virginia 529 College Savings Plan. It's time for Battle of the Brains.
Welcome back to Battle of the Brains on CBS 6, presented by Virginia 529 College Savings Plan.
And here the scores following the first toss-up round here on Battle of the Brains. The Maggie Walker Governor School with 60 points and Trinity Episcopal School with 30 points. Right now, let's take a moment to meet today's players. First, our team from the Maggie Walker Governor School. They are the Dragons. Their coaches are Hannah Reed and Juanita Lasswell. Our first player is Ankit Lachetti, who is a senior. His interests include mathematics and science. In his free time, he says he's a talented pianist and he enjoys playing chess as well. Next up is Anuj Kotak, who is a junior. He enjoys playing tennis and cycling and coding video games. After high school, he hopes to study medicine and become a cardiothoracic surgeon. Next up is Akshata Pisharody, who is a senior. She's the captain of the team from the Maggie Walker Governor School. She is an artist who sells watercolors, and she is interested in neurology and wants to go into biological research. And also on our team is Colin Carter, who's a senior. He participates in track and Boy Scouts and enjoys making art in his free time. He hopes to major in architecture in college. That is our team from the Maggie Walker Governor School. Welcome to all of you. Good to have you here. Now let's meet our team from the Trinity Episcopal School in Richmond. They are the Titans. Their coach is Pauline Crowling. First up is Mitch Calhoun. Mitch is a senior. He plays soccer. He's an officer in the Unite Club, and he's interested in studying environmental engineering in college. Next up is the captain of the team from Trinity Episcopal School. It's Isabella Anderegg, who is a senior. She is the captain of the shot put and discus team and a 3-time state champion in shot put. Congratulations. She's also a full international baccalaureate student and plans to become an English professor. Next up is Allie Geyer. Allie's a senior. She's president of the book club and the Unite Club. She throws shot put and competes with the Level Green riding team in AIRC and plans to study kinesiology. And wrapping up the team is Matt Nelson. Matt is a senior. He plays varsity basketball and baseball. He's also a full international baccalaureate student and is president of the Spanish Club. And that is our team from Trinity Episcopal School. Great to have all the students here with us today. And now it's time to see how they do in our category round. Each team will select one 10-question category from today's choices, and if the team gets all of its questions correct in the allotted time, they'll receive a 20-point bonus. All right, teams, take a look here at today's categories from which you may choose. They are Old Land and the Sea, U.S. History, and Famous Classic Musical Albums. And note that in this round, only the captains can officially answer for the team, though they may confer with their teammates to try to come up with the correct answers. All right, since Maggie Walker Governor School is in the lead, Akshata, you and your team will get first choice of category. Which will it be?
U.S. history.
All right, answer the following related to U.S. history. The first is, between 1950 and 1953, the war fought by the United States in Asia.
Korean War.
Correct. President who won re-election on the slogan, "He kept us out of war."
Wilson.
Correct. Country that released U.S. hostages in 1981 after holding them for 14 months.
Iran.
Correct. Trinity, by which the U.S. acquired Florida. Treaty, by which?
Adams and East.
Correct. Country where the battleship USS Maine exploded.
Cuba.
Correct. Year the American Civil War ended.
1865.
Correct. President who immediately followed Theodore Roosevelt.
Taft.
Correct. Space shuttle that exploded in 1986.
Challenger.
Correct. President during the Iran-Contra affair.
Reagan.
Correct. And finally, the decade for the Battle of the Alamo.
1840s.
It would be the 1830s. Oh, so close to that 20-point bonus. Good job, though, on that U.S. history. All right, Trinity Episcopal School, Isabella, you and your team will either take Old Land and the Sea or famous classic musical albums.
We're going to do famous classic albums.
All right, given the name of a famous album, name the artist or group that released it. The first is Dark Side of the Moon.
Pink Floyd.
Correct. The White Album.
Beatles.
Correct. Thriller.
Michael Jackson.
Correct. Nevermind.
Nirvana.
Correct. Kind of Blue.
Pass.
Miles Davis. Live at San Quentin.
Johnny Cash.
Correct. The Joshua Tree.
U2.
Correct. Purple Rain.
Prince.
Correct. Hotel California.
Eagles.
Correct. And finally, Tommy.
Who?
That is correct. As a team, you guys made it. All right. Good job in the category round by our teams. Up next, another toss-up round as today's match continues. In the meantime, we invite you to take a moment to get to know more about our show. You can find us at facebook.com/BattleOfBrains. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Battle of the Brains on CBS 6, presented by Virginia 529 College Savings Plan.
And here are the scores following the category round here on Battle of the Brains. The Maggie Walker Governor School with 105 points and Trinity Episcopal School with 75 points. Now it's back to Battle of the Brains and another toss-up round. Hands on your buzzers, teams. The griffin is a mythological creature. It is made up of what two animals? Anka.
An eagle and a lion.
That is correct. The use of these was once a widely accepted medical practice, although today they are used mainly as a temporary aid to circulation. Mitch.
Leeches.
Correct. You may need your pencil and paper for this one. Convert the binary number 1011 into a base 10 number. It would be the number 11. Its English name includes a root meaning white or mountain, suggesting its people came from the mountains of neighboring Kosovo. Name this country with the capital. Colin.
Montenegro.
That is incorrect. With the capital Tirana. Trinity Episcopal? It's Albania. His lesser-known works, Ancient Judaism and the Religion of China, are companion pieces to his study of Calvinism's effect on modern economic thought. Name this German author of The Protestant Ethic and the Spirit of Capitalism. Colin.
Weber.
That is correct. Max Weber. An equilateral quadrangle in which all the angles are equal is a square. What equilateral quadrangle has angles which are not equal? Akshata.
Rectangle.
That is incorrect. Trinity Episcopal. Alex?
Rhombus.
That is correct. The independent film Last Days is a fictionalized account of the final hours of what lead singer of Nirvana who committed suicide? Ankith.
Kurt Cobain.
That is correct. Committed suicide in 1994. In what sport might you see a chip, flop, lob, and or pitch? Mitch.
Tennis.
That is incorrect. Maggie Walker? Ankith?
Soccer.
It's actually golf. This poet's 1982 Pulitzer for the collected poems was the first time the award was given posthumously. In another posthumous recognition, 1998's Birthday Letters was dedicated to her by her husband Ted Hughes. Akshata.
Sylvia Plath.
That is correct. In biology, this 8-letter word refers to the two names, genus and species, used to describe an organism. Give this term that also refers... Ankith.
Nomenclature.
That is incorrect. I'll finish for Trinity Episcopal. Give this term that also refers to an algebraic expression with two terms, such as x plus 5, and to a theorem useful in expanding a plus b to the nth. Matt?
Binomial.
That is correct. It happened during the administration of President William McKinley, who was the Secretary of State who on January 2nd, 1900, announced the open door policy to facilitate trade with China. Anush.
Hay.
That is correct. Hay, John Hay. What word is used to describe an alloy of mercury and any other metal? Anush.
Amalgam.
Correct. The trio of Linny, Tuck, and Ming Ming form what superhero team? Matt.
Wonder Pets.
That is correct. Name the writer-producer who created the Star Trek series. Allie. Maggie Walker. Colin.
Gene Roddenberry.
That is correct. If a Frenchman asks you, il fait content, what is he talking about? Akshata.
What's the weather like?
That's right. How is the weather? In a Samuel Clemens novel, who was the prince's doppelganger? Mitch.
The pauper.
That is correct. This lake is home to freshwater sharks and Ometepe Island and is connected to the Caribbean by the San Juan River. Colin.
Lake Maracaibo.
That is incorrect. Name this largest Central American lake which shares its name with the country whose capital is Managua. That would be Lake Nicaragua. And that buzzer means one more toss-up round to go and we'll have today's winner here on Battle of the Brains. So stay with us for the exciting conclusion.
Are you ready for instructors who actually know your name?
Here are your actions.
With Virginia 529's variety of programs and options, one is sure to match your budget and saving style. Learn more and open an account online at virginia529.com. Now sit back, put on your thinking caps. It's time for Battle of the Brains.
Welcome back to Battle of the Brains on CBS 6, presented by Virginia 529 College Savings Plan.
And here are the scores as we head into the final round here on Battle of the Brains. The Matthew Walker Governor School with 155 points and Trinity Episcopal School with 125 points. Now for this final round, the point score for a correct answer is doubled, but so is the penalty for a wrong answer given before I finished reading the question. All right, teams, here we go. Good luck. While these words are generally thought to have been directed at Marcus Brutus, they may have been directed at Decimus Brutus, Caesar's general in Gaul. Colin.
At Tu Brute.
That is correct. The musical key of E-flat major is often associated with bold, heroic music, in part because of Beethoven's usage in his Eroica Symphony. How many flats are in the key of E-flat major? Akshata.
4.
That is incorrect. Trinity Episcopal? Allie?
10.
It's actually 3. B, E, and A. Before it became Ethiopia, by what other name was that country called? Colin?
Abyssinia.
That is correct. You may need your pencil and paper for this one. I decide to buy 7 pears and however many oranges that I can afford. With the money in my pocket, I know I can afford 3 pears and 8 oranges, or 5 pears and 5 oranges. How many oranges can I buy along with 7 pears? Mitch?
3.
That is incorrect. Matthew Walker Governor School? Anush? 2 is correct, yes. It would have established a Grand Council of 48 members chosen by the colonies and a President General chosen by the Crown. Name this 1754 Plan of Union devised by Thomas Hutchinson and Ben Franklin. Anush?
Plan.
Correct. Products of this gland, which lies within the sella tertia, regulate, among other things, growth, water balance, and breast milk production based on signals from the hypothalamus. Ankith.
Pituitary gland.
That is correct. This U.S. manufacturer of Cadbury products also makes Jolly Rogers, Twizzlers, and Reese's. Name this confectionery company. Mitch. That is correct. Known for its kisses. Think extremes. What are the 2 alphabet letters, one closest to the beginning and the other closest to the end, that are also Roman numerals? Matt.
I and X.
That is incorrect. Akshata?
C and X.
That is correct. This woman's name reflects the many gifts she received after being completed by Hephaestus. She was married to Epimetheus. Colin.
Pandora.
That is correct. Here come dots is an anagram for what type of nautical communication that includes a universal distress signal? Ankith.
Morse code.
Correct. You may need your pencil and paper. After eating an expensive meal of unknown cost, George left a tip of 15%, which amounted to exactly $12. What was the base cost of George's meal? Colin.
$40.
That is incorrect. Trinity Episcopal? The answer we were looking for was $80. Keep your pencil and paper. What is the derivative of 5x squared plus 5x plus 7? Ankith.
10x plus 5.
That is correct. Born Lester William Polfus in 1915, he was a pioneer with the electric guitar and recording technique. Along with his wife Mary Ford, they enjoyed hits like How High the Moon and Vaya con Dios. His name may be on your guitar. Colin.
Jimi Hendrix?
That is incorrect. Name this man who died in 2009 at the age of 94. Trinity Episcopal. Allie?
Gibson.
It's Les Paul. The original was written by Francis Julius Bellamy in 1892 and published in Youth's Companion. Name this written work that for most of the 20th century was recited almost daily by American school children. Akshata.
The Pledge of Allegiance.
Correct. Which Roman emperor built a villa at Tivoli, a mausoleum on the Tiber known as the Castle Sant'Angelo, and a namesake, Colin?
Hadrian.
That is correct. Namesake wall across northern England. And that buzzer means the end of our match. Our judges will double check and tabulate the final score while I let you know. If you're playing along at home, you can also test your knowledge with our weekly brain teaser every Friday with me on the CBS 6 News at noon. Each weekly winner qualifies for the drawings for 2 week-long vacation getaways to be given away at the end of our season in June. You could be headed off to Club Landora on Paradise Island in the Bahamas or to Pirates Cove on North Carolina's Outer Banks. Just log on to BattleOfBrains.net for details on both vacations and how to play along. And after double checking, here are our final scores today. Trinity Episcopal School ends the match with 145 points. Good job today by Allie, Matt, Allie, Isabella, and Mitch. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you all and wish you the best in the future. Our winners today, final score 355 points. The team from the Maggie Walker Governor School, who will join us in the next round. Ankit, Anuj, Akshata, and Colin. Thanks for joining us today. Congratulations. We'll see you soon. Be sure to join us next week when Battle of the Brains features teams from Fluvanna County High School and Menchville High School as we begin round 2 of this season. I'm Cheryl Miller. Thanks for watching and playing along on Battle of the Brains. We'll see you back here next Saturday morning. Great match tonight.
Battle of the Brains on CBS 6. Presented by Virginia 529 College Savings Plan.